देखो भाई literature. Okay. What is the definition of literature and what is the role of literature and why should we read literature? There are certain question arises when you are starting your subject, especially in literature. And literature, it may be the literature of English, literature of Hindi, literature of Urdu, literature of Sanskrit, whatever it is, language. But we should know what is the role of literature and what is the function of literature. We start this chapter because it is a first class and in which you understand what is the literature. Generally, we have a very common question. Literature is the mirror of society. Some people say that the definition of literature is the mirror of society. Mirror of society means that suppose you are standing before a mirror. So what happened? So you will find your image in the mirror. In the same manner, if you want to look at a certain period of time in history also, and you should go to the literature of that time. And if you are going through the literature of particular time, you can easily understand what the age is talking about and what are the characteristics of that particular age. It may be, suppose you are talking about 14th century. So you should go through the literature of 14th century of that particular time and particular place also. Suppose 14th century in India. So what happened that in India we want to see what is the situation of India in 14th century. So you should go through the literature of 14th century. You easily get the glimpses of that society. In the same manner, if you want to see the 14th century of England, so you will easily find out what happened in 14th century in India. It may be the Italy, it may be the Germany, it may be the some other countries. So literature is the mirror of society. It means whatever happened in the society, we find that in that literature also. The same characteristic we find both places. So it is in the same manner we have some another definition of literature as also, that literature is a time machine. Literature is the time machine by which we can travel into history, or in a better way we can say travel into past, present and the future also. In future also. This definition is more comprehensive in comparison to this one. It means that by the literature, you cannot only get the historical aspect, you get the present aspect also, and as well as the future also. There are certain writers who are talking about the situation which we encountering or which we will encounter after 100 years or the 200 years. So it is like a time machine. You can travel into the past, present and future. So it is more comprehensive and more elaborated in comparison to this one. So time to time, various writers give the various definition of literature. Okay, it is clear. So what is the function of literature? By which we can travel. We have also the science fiction. In later on in the syllabus you will read the science fiction, in which they are talking about such kinds of imaginative things. Although that today it is looking at impossible, but it may be the possible in a future. Suppose we are having the video call. Earlier we cannot imagine such kinds of things. Before Corona, we cannot think about the distance education, on the in a computer, in a laptop, like that. And the same things, you will surprised to know that in a BA first semester earlier, there was a writer. I forget the name of the writer and the name of the essay, in which in 1900 he wrote in his essay that in future the student will get the education in their own home, and if there is no need to go far away from the and wearing the uniform and taking the bus and tiffin and bottle. So we can find all these things in a today's in Corona time. So it is understood that हिंदी में भी कहा जाता है जहां न पहुंचे रवि वहां पहुंचे कवि. And here Kavi is not only the poet, but if you can consider here Kavi, I think so, the literary figure, the literary man, the man of letter, that they can travel into the and giving the such kinds of glimpses. Is it clear? Okay.